And 6 months later, she would lay on the bed next to my daughter as my daughter was strangled and nearly killed for the second time by Promise's father. And it was that story that inspired me to finally walk away from that corporate career and launch Saving Promise. But here's the thing. Now we're talking 5 generations of
Yes.
domestic violence by 5 mothers and daughters. And it was our normal. It
Yes.
was our
Yeah.
normal. I didn't step into this work because I was like, I'm tired of this happening to me and the women in my family and the
Mm.
daughters in our families. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna come forward. No, it happened by a tragic incident. My daughter was almost killed for the second time. I wanted to write a book, so I wrote our story. And even writing our story, never hardly once did you hear me in that 452 pages of that book mention the word domestic violence until finally I was 17 years old. I was involved in this very abusive relationship where I was 8 months pregnant with my daughter at the time, and this person, kicked me in my 8 month pregnant belly. I fell to the ground. He spit on me. He was horrifically abusing me throughout my pregnancy. And it was my supervisor that finally called me into her office because I was working a part-time job when I was in high school. And she said, I've been where you are, let me help you. And then she started to explain to me that I was involved in a domestic violence relationship. We never even uttered that term in our family, right?
Right.
When my mother saw my grandmother being abused by my grandfather, it was, normal. When I saw my mother, I saw my mother being abused by my father, it was our normal. We didn't talk about domestic violence. It was our normal. And what we did was we kept it quiet.
Yeah.
That whole slogan, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. What went on in the family stayed in the family.
Oh, yes. Yes. And that is exactly what my family would say all the time. That is exact words. What goes on in the family stays in the family. And I think that is exactly how you can see that just it prolonged everything that we were experiencing, because to us it was just another family argument.
It
It
was
was
another
just
family, yes.
it was just the way our family was,
Another pack of ice on the eye, another sling with the arm, and what happened? Of course, we were ashamed.